Hello and namaste to all of you. It's indeed a pleasure to have a platform where we can come and talk about things like why not? In our lives, we have so many whys and we have so many answers to those whys. But how often do we look at why not? And these are the dilemmas. The holy book of Bhagavad Gita also starts with dilemma. The dilemma of Arjun if he should have a battle with his family members or not. Why not is a question that is asked by Krishna to Arjun. We all have barriers in our lives and we all come through different junctures where we are faced by different barriers which we have to overcome. These barriers tell us how we can have more grit, how we can overcome them, and how we can conquer our fears. I'm going to share with you some of my real life stories where I was also put on a juncture where I had to answer, why not? As you all can see, I have put in why not in two perspectives. It's up to you if you want to take the question mark off, taking it as a challenge. Why not? I can do it. Who says I can't do it? And then there is another way of looking at it. Why not? Let's try and do it. That's the opportunity that we look at. I was also faced by one of such barriers or such dilemmas in my life. In 2014, when I decided, when I was at peak of my corporate career, that I now want to be an employer from an employee opportunity. There were questions, can you become an employer? My question was, why not? Why can't I be an employer? Why can't I be someone who balances my house at the same point of time, someone who is able to be successful entrepreneur? Not employing people in the day one, but I can always aim to employ more people as I go on. Why not? Right? And then today I'm here successfully after 10 years, a decade journey of telling me what I can do better, what I can't do better, with different barriers that we have overcome. Breaking the barriers is what keeps us alive, which teaches us what we can do in our lives, what we have never thought of, overcoming our own fears, breaking our limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are those which we build in our mind. Humans are the biggest benefit having imagination which nobody has. And that imagination also creates a lot of barriers, lot of fears. We have to learn to overcome them. Again, there was a juncture in my life. It was in winter early morning and on a Sunday when I was having a good time with my child. I get a call, and not to have a surprise, it was my husband who was calling me. He was 50 kilometers away from the city, cycling. And all of a sudden, he calls me with a very low voice and tells me, I'm not able to cycle anymore. And I'm feeling dizzy. And I need you to come and pick me. I'm not sure what age you are guessing for me, but I'm not too old to have troubles in life where you have partners who have troubles. I reached to realize that he was not able to stand, to realize, forget cycling, he was not even able to come back with me while I was there to pick him in my car. We managed to reach home. And the next thing that we knew, that he had a brain stroke. I again had a barrier in front of me. I again had dilemmas. That can I take up his business? Can I manage my own and his business? Can I be that strength of pillar for my in-laws who have their only son suffering through brain stroke? Can I be that support to my child who is still learning how to live his life properly? But yes, I had to overcome that barrier. Why not? I have to take it as an opportunity. I have to overcome that challenge. Life keeps giving us that barriers. And I did overcome that barrier. His business, I did enter, I did help him With God's grace, he is all well and he's with me in the business now, leading it. But that barrier taught me a lot of things. When I picked up Bhagavad Gita to expertise in the year 2019, I was questioned by a lot of people. You are too young to read that kind of a book. Why should you do that? I said, why not? Why should I wait for me to retire? It's not a book. It's the principles of life. It is somebody mentoring someone for the dilemmas they face in their lives. Why not? And that helped me pick up Bhagavad Gita in 2019. And today I'm pursuing my PhD in it. And I successfully hope by 2025 I'll be able to be qualified PhD in Bhagavad Gita. Thank you. When I started studying Bhagavad Gita, another fact that came to me from people, now make it your profession. Go and teach people what Bhagavad Gita is. Start earning money out of it. Why not? I said, why should I do it? That was my challenge to that question. Why should we focus everything on material? Why should we focus everything on what I am getting out of it? I should make it an opportunity for sharing the knowledge. Why not just go out and speak to people about it? Sensitize people that it is a book which offers principles of life. It does not offer you any kind of holy enlightenment. It is a book which teaches you what you should do in your life, especially in difficult times like the battlefield that we all know about, Kurukshetra. So there are no why nots, there are challenges, there are barriers, there are opportunities. Those whys are what we have to answer constantly about. Why should we go and follow the trends that people tell us? Why should we stop ourselves because of our fears? Why should we not live the way we want to live? Why can't we pay attention to life as a value? Why should we look at life as material? We need to be living our lives. We need to experience the life. We are here to live life, breathe, enjoy, see, feel. What we start doing is we start running in the race called life. But my friends, life is a race to experience things. We travel in space, we look at time. All this is to experience something. We have reached moon today by Chandrayaan-3. What are we trying to achieve? We are trying to achieve an experience of how the moon is on the other side. What does the moon have? Don't look at it what is there to offer. Look at it learning something, knowing something, exploring something. That's the experience of life. So when you have barriers, when you have dilemmas, always look at them as opportunities. Where you feel you need to challenge them, that's when you can pick up a challenge and still treat it as an opportunity. So what is your perspective? Your perspective is to make a why not in a challenge or a why not in an opportunity. It's a pure your game which you can game and win it. Don't look at your fears as your limiting belief. Stand up, face those fears. We all know a very famous saying, "Dar ke aage jeet hai." It is only when you face your fears, that's the time when you actually be able to go ahead and conquer it. Hence, look at your perspectives, understand them. If you want to take all the whys in your life and nots in your life as a challenge, no, I can do it. Why can't I do it? Can somebody dictate me I can't do it? Or I want to look at it, oh yes, why not? I can take it as an opportunity and I can move on. I can further develop myself to conquer my barriers, to break my barriers, to have a life which I can make an example at least for my kids, at least for the people who are around me. And they will look at it that, yes, this is how you should live your life. A value creation, not in material, in terms of how to live. A value creation in terms of experience, of how you breathe, what you eat. Humans are made of two things only, the brain and the body. The brain is the thought that you give it, and the body is the food that you give it. We all need to focus on the thoughts and the food that we intake. Why not be limited? Why not be selective about what we are consuming in different ways? So with that, I leave you on a food of thought that your perspective makes all the difference. Is it an opportunity or is it a challenge? What kind of life you want to live is a question you need to ask to yourself. I recommend one should live a life which offers you opportunities by challenging the barriers that you have, not just following the trend, not just going by what others are doing, but doing what others can follow you doing, setting a right set of examples. Live your life to create value, not to create material. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to me peacefully. Thank you so much.